make up the other yet before style I see. Cause things we used to do, me not going to eat no more. The hearing change to 84. But when they come to lyrics, I will give you more. Yes, I that the yellow from the kicks on town. I come to represent you and the town. You move for yellow, and them are the top of the town. You move for yellow, and them have a good background. So ooh-wee, baby, ooh-wee, baby.
Welcome to Jamaica Worldwide, and today we explore the life and career of a legend of dancehall, King Yellowman. Yellowman's life was by no means an easy one, and every step of the way, he had to prove himself worthy of being treated as anyone else would like to be treated. The zungguzungguguzungguzeng DJ became one of the most influential artists in dancehall despite his humble beginnings. Stick with us as we explore his rise to fame and what led to him being disfigured in the 80s, further complicating a very harsh personal life.
When me sit down round the decks, children used to get up and me one there.
Of course, if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, we ask that you take this time to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to ensure you get videos as soon as they are released. Also, check the description below for ways that you can further support the channel. Thank you very much. Winston Foster, OD, better known by the stage name Yellowman or King Yellowman, is considered one of the pioneers of dancehall and rose to prominence as one of the most sought after dancehall artists in Jamaica. What is of note, however, is that he was from the humblest of beginnings. Foster was abandoned by his parents as a baby and has shared that he was actually found in a shopping bag near a dumpster only months into his life. He has said he since received information that he was born in a home delivery at 54 Chisholm Avenue, which is now occupied by a church. He grew up in Maxfield Children's Home until he reached the age to be transferred to Swift Purcell Home for Boys, located in Highgate, St. Mary. He later was transferred to the Catholic orphanage Alpha Boys School in Kingston. There, he would learn shoemaking as his trade and was known to be athletically inclined and a very good football player. Most importantly, there was a small sound system at the home and he would have the opportunity to DJ over popular reggae and R&B songs. All throughout his time at these institutions, he experienced segregation and scorn on a daily basis. This was due to his albinism. Jamaicans would describe him as a dundus, which was not typically socially accepted in Jamaica. He got used to being treated like an outcast very early and knew that he would have to be excellent at anything he did just to be accepted.
Everywhere I go in my childhood days, even now a lot of people scorn me, and call me names, a lot of names I wouldn't repeat them,
Even while later pursuing a career in dancehall, scorn would be a recurring theme in his interactions. After Alpha Boys Home, he would again transfer to the Eventide Home, which was designated to care for the elderly, the disabled, and the indigent people. While at Eventide, he got to go out in the public on a regular basis, which was not an opportunity afforded to him while at the boys' homes. He used this time to visit studios and record where he was able to do so. Needless to say, he was often turned away by most of the studios due to his albino appearance, and that obstacle made him more and more determined. Yellowman first gained much needed attention when he entered the local annual talent competition called Tasty Talent Contest, and this was the basis on which he launched his professional career. Like many DJs, he had started on a small sound system known as Little Mafia, then moved on to bigger sound systems like Black Scorpio and Jack Ruby Hi-Fi. Yellowman would record music and frequently perform at outdoor dances with various sound systems, but more prominently with Aces International, where he became the resident DJ. Yellowman had gone to perform at a show in St. Thomas, and due to his presence at the show, there was a noticeable absence at the other shows, including ones put on by Aces International. Aces sought to recruit the DJ, and the partnership was created. Yellowman would often perform at live shows with Vernon Rainford, otherwise known as Fathead, whom he would collaborate in some studio releases over the following years. During this time, he would find some success as a recording artist, working with producer Henry Junjalaws during the 1980s. This would make his brand even more phenomenal, and by then, Yellowman would be the most sought after DJ in Jamaica. Everybody wanted to know who was Yellowman.
You understand that now? It name, nobody move, nobody get, nobody move, nobody get. Chio, chio. Eno.
Wherever Aces would play, Yellowman was there, and there was no competition. If Aces was not playing, other sound systems would clamor to have Yellowman performing on their sound systems on those nights. In 1981, after becoming popular throughout Jamaica, Yellowman went on to become the first dancehall artist to be signed to a major American label, Columbia Records. Many people actually believe that Yellowman's name is derived from his skin color, but it was actually his affinity for the color yellow, which he would often wear or be seen with objects in the color all the time. He would get his first hit song with Soldier Take Over, which gave him a greater following and some commercial appeal. His first studio album was released in 1982, entitled Mr. Yellowman. His 1983 album Zungguzungguguzungguzeng was an instant hit and an instant classic. The title track to this day is his signature track and put him on the map. Originally, the song was banned in Jamaica solely due to his reputation of being what is called a slack artist.
And you know what we call those girls? You call them dry dasa. The girl with the bald vagina.
Slackness is the word used to describe his sexually explicit songs that describe his sexual exploits or otherwise lyrics with sexual undertones. Songs such as Mad Over Me, Boasting, like other reggae singers and DJs of his sexual prowess, earned Yellowman criticism in the 1980s. The issue of his slackness and his access to radio play was discussed, written about in the newspaper, and even brought up in Parliament. It was seemingly decided by the powers that be that he was downgrading women and would be bad for the country, and so most of his songs from that era was commercially banned, but still favorites in the dancehall space. In response to this, Yellowman proclaimed, "I never knew why they called it slackness. I talk about sex, but it's just what happens behind closed doors. What I talk is reality." Yellowman appeared in Jamaican dancehall Volcano High Power 1983, which featured other major dancehall musicians such as Massive Dread, Josie Wheels, Burro Banton, and Eka Mouse. Overall, the 1980s were Yellowman's most productive decade, going on to release around 20 albums under different labels such as Mr. Yellowman, WR Gunman, Bad Boy Skanking, Zungguzungguguzungguzeng, among others. In 1982, however, Yellowman was confronted with the greatest challenge yet. While going on tour in 1982, Yellowman was experiencing excruciating pain on the left side of his face just before embarking on a 3-month tour. He refused to communicate this with those around him, as he did not want to disappoint his fans. The tour was already confirmed and set to go. He performed the full tour while in pain, and it was not until after that he expressed this to his manager, who quickly arranged for him to visit the doctor. This was when he learned that he had skin cancer and was in need of urgent surgery. Yellowman underwent very invasive jaw surgery to remove the malignant tumor, and it was this surgery that would permanently disfigure Yellowman's face. A large portion of the left side of his lower jaw had to be removed to successfully remove the tumor. The king of dancehall was then given 3 weeks to live after the surgery, but went on to do a second surgery, after which doctors said he would have 3 years to live. Fortunately, that was not to be, and Yellowman was able to continue his career well beyond these 3 years. He spent some time in convalescence before returning to music in 1987. After Yellowman's surgery removing his lower left jawbone in 1987, he was back in full force, conquering the dancehall space again with his version of Blueberry Hill by Fats Domino. The song topped the charts for several weeks in Jamaica and was a statement that his surgery would not stop his career. Yellowman had met Fats Domino when the American performed on the island earlier in the decade, and Domino had presented him with a copy of his version. Yellowman continued to put out hits well after his surgery and also reinvented himself with his 1994 album Prayer, which stepped away from the slackness that gave him the initial fame in favor of a more religious theme, as a way of thanking God for his success in music as well as in surviving cancer. Yellowman released socially conscious material, rising to international fame along with singers such as Buju Banton. With all that had transpired in his life, Yellowman has achieved a lot to be thankful for.
Yeah! Get it now, get it!
He married the love of his life and had 6 children. In 2018, Yellowman was awarded the Order of Distinction Officer Class by the Jamaican government, which was duly given to individuals who have excelled in their professional field. Yellowman has been written in the Guinness Book of Records for the most albums released in 1 year, being 9. He was the first dancehall artist to be nominated for a Grammy, and the first dancehall artist to work in rap, the first dancehall artist to be signed to a major label, and was given the key to the city of Fort Lauderdale. He performs internationally with his Sagittarius band and tours internationally still, in such places as Nigeria, where he retains a large following of fans, as well as in Spain, Peru, Sweden, Italy, Germany, Britain, France, Kenya, United States, Canada. His daughter Karima followed him into a career of music and collaborates with him in live shows and studio productions over the years.
Nobody more.
Nobody gets hurt.
Nobody more.
Nobody gets hurt.
Nobody more.
Nobody gets hurt.
Yellowman's story is truly one of triumph and exemplifies the statement that the stone that the builder refuses shall become the head cornerstone. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell to get videos as soon as they are released, and check the description for ways that you can support Jamaica Worldwide. Bless up.